Really, the whole purpose of a plastic bag or a plastic container is to temporarily contain stuff until we get from one place to the other. It's not necessarily meant to store it over the long term. It's not meant to necessarily last forever. It's really a convenience item. A plastic bag is a convenience item. It really serves no other purpose than to provide us with a convenience to get stuff from the supermarket or from the whatever store we're going to our car and to our home, and then we're done with it. And then our responsibility with it just kind of disappears. The problem with that is that we don't typically take responsibility for what happens to goods at the end of life. Any goods. When I go on a walk and I see a plastic bag washed up on the curb, it's going into the storm drain, it's going into the recycling bin, going to the wrong place, it's ending up in the middle of the ocean, it's sitting in a landfill for 2,000 years or more. That is a problem. China has basically banned plastic bags because it's been such a waste problem. It's gotten into their sewer streams. And I think they were using, upwards of around 100 billion plastic bags a year also, and ended up, I've seen estimates that say that they've saved 37 million barrels of oil by not producing those bags, by having people use alternatives, use cloth bags, cardboard boxes, whatever it is. So it's amazing. I mean, 37 million barrels of oil is substantial. I mean, that runs a nation's auto fleet. The number one problem, as I see it, with those blue roll carts and that attitude that, oh, well, I'll just throw it in there and maybe if it's recyclable, somebody else will figure that out and deal with that, and kind of abdicating that responsibility to somebody else, are plastic bags. People put plastic bags in the blue roll carts and it creates countless problems in the recycling stream. I read a kind of a figure recently from the vice president of one of the recycling sorting facilities here in Portland, where he said that they were spending up to 30% of their time on an average day cutting plastic bags out of their equipment. So keeping plastic bags out of the recycling stream altogether, the curbside stream, is incredibly important. The grocery stores will take back grocery bags and produce bags. I believe they'll even take back cleaner bags, newspaper bags. Things like bubble wrap can be recycled. Probably a better idea not to take them to your grocery store because they tend to take just the bags. It's a different kind of plastic.
So if not there, where?
One that I went to yesterday is Far West Fibers. They have a number of locations in the Portland metro area where you can pull up in your car and self-sort your recyclables, and they take things like they take plastic bags, and film plastics, bubble wrap. When I say film plastics, I mean things that you can easily punch a finger through. Or if you look at a bag and it says, extra fresh, like, we keep your food fresh, they tend to have an extra plasticizer added into the bags to keep them durable and to keep them less permeable. They're not recyclable. So they're not recyclable at all. You don't want to take them to, at least at the present time. Interesting thing about paper versus plastic. That has been kind of a raging debate for years. Is it better for the environment for me to choose a paper bag or a plastic bag? Is almost been relegated to a meaningless question. Really, the question is why am I not using a cloth bag? Why am I using a paper or a plastic bag to begin with? What purpose is it serving? So rather than asking that question at the cash register, I'm better served when I go into a store looking at what do I really need, how much of it am I buying, and is there a way for me to get it where it needs to go without just using this convenience item that I'm going to use once and then throw away? That's the real question. Plastic bags, the first thing you want to do is if you're going to use them, is recycle. Is to not use them in the first place. Use an alternative. Find an alternative item. The second thing you want to do is recycle them. Take them back to your grocery store. Take it back to the place you got it from. The grocery stores around here in Portland are being, really thoughtful about how they get bags back and get them properly recycled, keeping them out of your blue curbside bin. And then the final thing that you would want to do is actually place it in the trash. You don't want to put it into the recycling stream at the curb. So that's kind of the scoop on plastic bags. So anyone that lives in the Portland metro area that wants more information about recycling any material of any kind can go on OregonMetro.gov and look under garbage and recycling. That's the website for Metro. that you can also call 503-234-3000, which is Metro's recycling information hotline. They have a wealth of information about recycling, composting, worm bins, curbside, multifamily, commercial, anything you want to know about recycling is an excellent resource. So I'm John Galloway. I'm an environmental business consultant. My website's johngalloway.net. I'm also a master recycler. I just completed the master recycling program through the City of Portland's Bureau of Planning and Sustainability. You can find out more about that program. It's a great resource at masterrecycler.org.